Alrighty, what's up, everybody? Peter Gilmer here on this late Monday afternoon. Back here again with another video right here on the Peter Gilmer YouTube wrestling page, youtube.com/Peter Gilmer. Thank you all for watching this video. Make sure you like this video, hit that subscribe button down below, subscribe to all my other channels, which are down below in the description box. And as always, follow me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, share this video all over the internet, and tap that bell, turn on all my notifications so you never ever miss an upload. And that's pretty much all I can say about that. So like the video, share the video, hit that subscribe button down below, and don't forget to hit that bell. And that's all I gotta say about that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm tired. I'm supposed to work today, and I took the day off because I'm still fucked up. My leg, my left side is all fucked up. I got really bad sciatica, so it's not good. So I hope we're gonna take today and tomorrow, Wednesday off, and then hopefully by Thursday I can go in, get some money in the pocket. But it is what it is. So if you see me drooping, I'm very tired. So I'm gonna try to get this done, but we'll see how it's done. All right, on this Monday afternoon, October the 5th, 2020, it is time for your late and out-of-date NXT Takeover 31 review. From last night on October the 4th, 2020 on pay-per-view and on the WWE Network for that low price of $9.99. Well, this was another good takeover. Went back, finally got back to its roots and delivered a good show. Great matches. Every match was pretty good. We had a couple of returns last night and a pretty good main event with Kyle O'Reilly and Finn Balor. But that was that. And we found out who the mystery biker was, and we didn't think who we thought it was, but we get that. But all in all, it was still a pretty good show from NXT. And now we're rolling on to, well, something else coming up in a couple weeks' time. And we'll get to that in a minute. All right, so let's begin this review. Let's not waste any time. I'm really tired. I want to take a little more of a nap, but we'll see what happens. All right, so we start the show off inside the new look Capitol Wrestling Center, which is basically the new home for NXT, and it looks great. I mean, the new arena looks pretty good. They got the plexiglass with the cage around it. They had fans there. Yeah, well, mostly they had a few fans. They had fans, friends and family in different pods, and if like six people in the group, they were in pods, and then the other people were, outside the pod. Most of them not wearing masks, like idiots. So who knows what's gonna happen, But it looked like a lesser down version of the Thunderdome, because it had the fans and they had the Thunderdome fans. They had the LED screens on top and all around. That was pretty cool. It looked pretty, I mean, the whole thing looked pretty damn cool. So we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on NXT. With what else is gonna happen, and that's that. All right, so we start off the first match of the night for the North American title. No pre-show matches, by the way. So we start off match number 1 for the North American title. Damian Priest taking on Johnny Gargano. This is a pretty good opener. No fancy announcing for this one. I found out it's Johnny's third straight takeover going for the North American title. So last 2 times he's lost. So see if he can pick up the third one, but it is what it is. So Johnny uses his quickness to avoid Damian early, but eats a spinning heel kick. Damian uses his power to keep Gargano down and on the defense. Gargano knocks him to the outside to swing the momentum. He hits a senton on a draped priest for a near fall, and keeps up the pressure with some rest holds for a little bit. Puts the focus on Damien's leg, looking to chop the man down a little bit to his size. Damien uses a modified Uranagi to get back into it, fires off several leaping corner elbows. Hits the broken arrow for a near fall. Then he has the rolling kick scouted. He stops it and slams Johnny on his face. Goes to the Razor's Edge, but Johnny counters it into a sunset flip bomb for a near fall. They go back and forth in the middle of the ring. Johnny hits an enziguri, which takes a pump kick from Damien. Damien hesitates on a springboard to take out Johnny and Johnny and hits a right hand. Johnny comes back, sends him shoulder first into the ring post, clotheslines him outside, followed up with a tope suicida. But Damien catches him for a choke slam, only for Johnny to escape and hit a super kick before Priest kicks him off the apron. He has a Razor's Edge on the apron for a near fall. Ow. And then Johnny with a chop block. Then he kicks at the arm before winning a bunch of counters with a standing slice spread number 2. Running forward for a near fall. Then a bunch of more counters with Damien kicking out of a roll-up. Johnny goes for one final beat. Damien avoids it. And hits a set-up choke slam for a near fall. Johnny goes to the outside to take a powder. And Damien takes him and some cameraman out with a dive. And then while the referee's trying to get help for the cameraman, Johnny hits a low blow to Damien's nutsack. Then hits a super kick for a very near fall. Locks in the Gargano escape. Looks like Damien's about to tap. But Damien fights hard, gets to the ropes. Johnny wants something that'll knock Priest onto the steel steps on the outside. Damien fights it off, catches him with a kick, but leaps into a pair of super kicks. Goes for one final beat again. Damien blocks it again, and then he hooks up Gargano, hits him with the Reckoning. 1, 2, 3. Damien Priest retains the title. So I guess no title for you, Johnny. But match was all right. Almost went 20 minutes. Pretty much delivered. So I gave it 3 out of 5 stars for that. And that was that. Yeah, and that was basically it. And we move on from there. And that's it. So let's get to some chat. Jock Rue was 321. Thank fucking Christ. Ember Moon is back in NXT. Yeah, I didn't think that she was going to be the mystery biker. We all thought it was going to be Bo Dallas, but that's all I can say about that. But Ember coming back was pretty cool, and that's all I got to say about that. All right, then we get to match number 2. Kushida taking on the Velveteen Dream with Patrick Clark, who was dressed up as a Doc Brown of Back to the Future, and Kushida dressed up as Marty McFly. That was kind of cool. This doesn't look like a match. It looked like a street fight because both men were doing street clothes. So she goes after a chair and trips, causing Beth Phoenix to laugh on commentary. Okay, Beth, that was so stupid. So the bell rings, they go at it. Kushida remains aggressive, hits a leaping single arm DDT, but the Dream turns the tide and dumps him outside, following with an axe handle. He's in control with things like the Bronco Buster. Kushida rallies his forms and he stomps on Dream's face to everyone's delight. And then Kushida works over the shoulder of the Dream, viciously pulling it down into the ring post a few times. Dream wants the purple Rainmaker, but gets trapped in the hoverboard lock, only to get to the ropes eventually. Kushida doesn't want to let go. And the Dream uses a good old-fashioned thumb to the eye to break it up. Then he escapes the hold again, nails the Dream Valley Driver. Goes up top, hits the Purple Rainmaker, but Dream's arm, he hurt his arm too much to try to capitalize on that. It goes up again, but it wastes time taunting Kushida. He's like, ooh, ooh. Kushida then runs up and jumps off the top rope with the hoverboard lock. Dream gets to the ropes, but Kushida rolls over to the middle of the ring. Dream gets to his feet and goes for another Dream Valley Driver. He hits it, but Kushida doesn't. He hits it, but Kushida doesn't let go of the armbar. Rolls through back into the hoverboard lock, which made the Dream tap out. So kind of shocking to see that, but it is what it is. So Kushida pins the Dream, and we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on the program with these two guys, and that's all I gotta say about it. So not a bad match. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's that. Afterwards, after the match, Kushida was pissed. He jumps the Dream after the bell, puts the hoverboard lock back on, as officials try to break it up, but Kushida does it again. And once again, it's broken up. Kushida storms to the back. So the feud could be continuing on Wednesday, and we'll see what happens with that. And we move on from there. That's it. All right, after that, we see an ad running for the next NXT special event, which will happen on Wednesday, October 28th, and it'll be entitled Halloween Havoc. So Halloween Havoc's coming back, which was his own pay-per-view, but it's going to be an NXT special. Hopefully they have the set. They bring back Spin the Wheel, Make the Deal. And we'll see what happens in the next coming weeks. And that's that. So Halloween Havoc coming back at the end of October. Should be some good stuff to go up against whatever AEW has. And that's that. All right, match number 3 for the Cruiserweight title. Santos Escobar taking on Isaiah Swerve Scott. It was a pretty good match. Starts off with Escobar rocking a sombrero. That was pretty nice. It was a quick pace match to start, with neither one getting an advantage, coming to a stalemate. Scott hits the first few spots with a corkscrew moonsault, and then the Fosway flop on the outside. As they go inside, Scott looks for a submission, but Escobar makes it to the ropes. They go outside. Escobar sends Isaiah into the gate, and hurt. And he goes inside. He hits a super Conrada and rolls into some nice offense for a near fall. Escobar gets vicious by choking Scott with his boot. And then Scott comes back and gets going with a pair of uppercuts, including a leaping one to the back. Santos takes a little rest, but Scott greets him with 2 kicks from the apron. While inside, Scott rolls into a flatliner for a near fall. Goes close with a DDT as well on a near fall. As Isaiah gets close to winning, Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza show up, Legado and then Fantasma. There was a distraction which allowed Escobar to come close to winning, but Isaiah kicks out. They hit on the apron. Escobar ends up crushed on the ropes. Scott goes up and hits a springboard hurricanrana that launches him into Wilde and Mendoza. And then Ashanti the Adonis comes out for some odd reason. He comes out, and the fight gets on the apron where Santos knocks Isaiah Scott back. He hits his head on the metal part of on the turnbuckle, though we didn't see that he hit it. But he sold it anyway. He's knocked out. Escobar hits a double underhooked face buster onto the knee to retain the title. So Santos Escobar picks up a win in about 15 minutes. Match is alright. I gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars. Good work from both men. We'll have to see where Santos Escobar goes now. In the weeks to come. That's probably on night 2 of the ceiling stuff with George and Emmett, with George and see what happens with Santos Escobar and company, and that's that. So I give that 3.25 out of 5 stars, and that's pretty much it. All right, then we get to our next match, our 4th match for the NXT Women's Championship. Io Shirai taking on Candice LeRae. Pretty good match. They had a takeover match, which was a pretty good match in March of in 2019. It was a fast-paced start, which upset Candice, who leaves the ring when it doesn't go away. Candice wants a monkey flip, but Io lands on her feet. And again, Candice has to leave because she's like, shit. Fuck. Candice finally gets the upper hand after blocking a sunset flip bomb outside, but Io kicks her away and hits an Asai moonsault on the outside. They go inside. Io chokes Candice with her boots and adds double knees for a near fall. Candice hits a backstabber out of the corner for a near fall and starts putting her in control for a bit. Starts in with some some really bad tactics, like dragging Io's face across the turnbuckle. Then a neck snap gets her a near fall. And you can tell that Candice is getting really aggressive. And starts wearing down Io. It's a suplex for a near fall. She misses the step up senton, and Io nails a double stomp. She falls with a flapjack and a tiger feint kick. She hits a springboard missile dropkick for a near fall. Candice comes back with a senton, but her cabrada is cut off by a kick. Then we get a stalling double underhook backbreaker from Io. She goes up top, but Candice takes her down with a powerbomb. Io rolls through and hits Meteora. And then she has a palm thrust and a German suplex after that. Before Candice hits a rebound snap German off of her own. Then hits another backstabber. Then she hits another cabrada for a near fall. Then she slaps Io, talks trash to her, gets pulled into a crossface. She counts into a pin for a near fall, transitions to the Gargano escape. Io makes it to the ropes. Candice holds onto the count of 4, and she accidentally hits the referee. Oops. Io comes back with the air raid crash. Candice gets her feet up on the moonsault, which sends Io into the referee, knocking him out even more. Which sucks. And then Candice grabs Io with the Super Dragon curb stomp, or the Wicked Stepsister move she hits, but there's no referee. And then we see Johnny Gargano come out with a referee shirt on and counts and does a fast count, but Io kicked out anyway. Johnny's pissed, takes the title, gives it to Candice. It's Candice's. And then the original ref is up and they argue and they're like, you're out of here. No, you're out of here. You're out of here. So they're both out. Then Candice grabs the belt, knocks Io in the face with it. She covers for a near fall. Io kicked out again. As Johnny is starting to fit on the outside. Io then takes Candice up top, hits the avalanche Spanish fly. And then right after that, she goes up top and nails the beautiful moonsault of hers. 1, 2, 3. Io retains the title. Match was all right. I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. That was that. It was pretty damn cool. Then afterwards, as Io's celebrating, we see Toni Storm. We haven't seen in a long time because she's been stuck in England. She appears on the Titantron to say it's good to see Io. She congratulates her and wants everyone to know that she is back at NXT, and gives Io a warning. So that's the first one that Io got. The second one is the video of the biker who's coming to NXT. So the biker enters the building. Io's waiting in the ring. And then the biker gets on the ramp. She goes like this. She fakes it. Then she pulls it down and pulls the helmet off. And she lifts her head. It's Ember Moon. We haven't seen in months since that leg injury. And her and Io have a nice stare down. Io's kind of smiling a little bit, like, yeah, I gotta beat you too. So now Io has two new challengers. Rhea Ripley did an interview with Mackenzie Mitchell and the game Triple H, saying that whoever wins, that she's got next. So we'll see what happens with that. So maybe a triple threat for the number one contendership coming up, maybe on Wednesday, and the winner faces Io maybe at Halloween Havoc. But we'll see what happens with that. So you got Ember Moon, Toni Storm, and Rhea Ripley breathing down Io's neck, and we'll see what happens with that as we move on from there. So I gave the Aftermath match 2.5 out of 5 stars, and that's that. All right, after that, we see Ashanti, the Adonis, get interviewed, said he has swagger, calls out the Ritual, not RITUAL, RICHUAL. And he said that's how he spells it, and it's showtime. So we'll see what happens with that. So I give that 2 out of 5 stars. So we'll see what happens on NXT this Monday night, and this Wednesday night, excuse me. That's that. All right, then we get to the main event. Kyle O'Reilly taking on Finn Balor for the NXT World Title. This was a great match. Went back and forth throughout the whole thing. We get a little bit of a feeling out process to start. No advantage yet. Finn has the upper hand until Kyle goes to work and locks in some submissions. Finn scrambles to the ropes, but Kyle puts the target on him. On the shoulder of Finn. I think it was the same one he hurt a few years ago. Kyle keeps the pressure on the shoulder for a while. Finn finally gets free and hits a beautiful dropkick to Kyle. And then he goes after Kyle's arm and then starts doing the mocking the guitar work by Kyle on his arm. Fires off some chops, keeping up the pressure, but gets turned inside out with the kitchen sink. Kyle starts in with his bridging trio of double underhook suplexes for a near fall. Then he adds some knee strikes, and both men have red chests from all the chops on the strike. They're all lit up. 3 shots in the middle of the ring. Kyle gets floored by a kick to the midsection. Then he takes the Bret Hart sternum bump in the corner. When Bret Hart gets sent into the corner, he runs full force into the turnbuckle and knocks himself out. And then Finn added another kick that sends Kyle down to the floor. Kyle fights back with a knee and a regal plex for a near fall. Finn gets a near fall of his own, and he adds an elbow to Kyle's midsection. Then he hits a sling blade. Goes for the John Woo. Drop kick with Kyle. Cut it off with a drop kick to the knee. Kyle tried for another move. Finn blocked it and slaps on a 1920 abdominal stretch. Looks for 1916, but Kyle countered with an atomic drop on the knee. Goes for the knee bar. Finn blocked it and turns that into the sharpshooter. Kyle gets to the ropes, and he's bleeding from the mouth, so maybe some internal injuries, who knows. Finn stomps on him a few times. Kyle blocks one and hits a series of forearms. Kicks Finn in the leg and nails. So it's going axis smash on him. And then we get a Pele kick from Kyle and a rebound lariat. Dean Ambrose. Finn gets a kick, levels Kyle. He blocks 1916 again, knocks it a guillotine. Finn's starting to fade. So sorry about my hair. Finn fades, Kyle backs off to hit a knee strike, and then hits a bling buster for a near fall. Kyle then transitions the kick out into an armbar, but Finn blocked it. Finn fires off more forearms, gets Kyle for 19-16, hits it only for a near fall. Kyle hits a dragon screw over the top rope and adds another to the middle rope. Ow. And he hits a diving knee drop onto a draped Finn Balor. Goes up top, adds another knee drop on the Finn's knee. Then he applies the heel hook, transitions to a more painful version of it. Finn slugs away at Kyle, but Kyle doesn't let go. Finn finally gets to the ropes, but Kyle is up. Kyle goes for a kick when Finn gets up, but the champ crumples down to the mat, just like jelly. That was a slight hesitation by Kyle. Lets Finn trip him up and hit a double stomp. Kyle gets up with a corner knee. Goes for a German suplex. Finn rolls through into the double stomp. He goes up top, nails the coup de grace to retain the title in almost a 30-minute match. So that was pretty good. Pretty good match. I gave 3.5 out of 5 stars. And that was that. Afterwards, Finn has a bloody lip. He helps Kyle up. They shake hands. But everything goes wrong, as we see on the outside Ridge Holland carrying a battered Adam Cole to ringside. Dumps Cole on the other, and then Bobby Fish and Roddy come out to check on him. Finn says he has no idea what happened. So I don't know if it was a premeditated attack led by Finn Balor, or maybe Roddy did it, or Bobby Fish did it. So we'll have to see on Wednesday what happens with the Undisputed Era. I still think Kyle and Adam Cole gonna break away from the group and become faces, while Roddy and Bobby become heels, and maybe they recruit Ridge Holland into the group and making that a new Undisputed Era. I don't know, but we'll see what happens with that. And that's pretty much it for that. So I gave the match 3.5 out of 5 stars. I gave the Aftermath 4 out of 5 stars, and we'll see what happens this Wednesday night on the program with what happened, the fallout of all this madness that's called NXT Takeover, and we'll see what happens with that. So that is it. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I'm going to take a nap before Raw, and then hopefully I'll be back later tonight for my Raw review. If not, be tomorrow, and we'll see what happens with that. So thank you all for watching. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, share the video all over the internet, and that's pretty much all I got to say about that. So thank you for watching. I'm Peter Gilmore signing off. Peace, bitches.